Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
Armchair.
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets for Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, and erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive, let's see it. 1 run is in. Here comes Freed. Here's the throw to the plate.
Braves coming. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much, but he no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light pure. Down in front! I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our band here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, eh, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for the Texas Rangers, the designated hitter, Jock Peterson. 16 home runs, 239 average. Wyatt Langford batting second, playing left. Jace Young is batting third, playing third. Nimmo is the designated the cleanup hitter. He's in right field, 9 home runs, 266 average. Berger batting fifth, playing first, 16 home runs, 236 clip. Duran comes in hitting 268 on the year with 10 home runs at short. Carter's in center, 8 home runs, 24 RBI, and a 193 average. Nicky Lopez batting eighth, playing second with 1 home run and a 301 clip. And Higgy is batting ninth and behind the plate. On the mound for the Texas Rangers, it's going to be Nathan Eovaldi. A tough customer, the right-hander, is 9-7 with a 1.18 whip, 111 innings, 120 strikeouts. He'll be going head-to-head with Grant Holmes. Atlanta Braves are hoping to get 6 innings out of Grant. We'll see how close he gets.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Following it, backing up, Grant Holmes, the bottom first inning behind the plate, it's Drake Baldwin. 16 home runs on the year. Ozzie Albies batting second, playing second. 14 home runs, a 267 average. Matt Olson at first, batting third. 26 home runs, 266 average. Michael Harris II, patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. 17 home runs and a 299 clip. Mauricio Dubon in left field, coming in this season on a 270 average and 10 home runs. Dominic Smith, the designated hitter, 6 home runs, 35 RBI. Austin Riley, batting seventh, playing third, 10 home runs, a 211 average. Jim Jarvis, batting eighth and at short, a 316 clip with 1 home run. And Brewer Hicklin is in right field and batting ninth. He's 3 for 8 on the year with an RBI. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate today is Brennan Miller. First base will be manned by John Toon Payne. Sitting down at second, Chris Conroy, and down the third base line, it's Ben May. We're just moments away from pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. 89 degrees here at Truist Park with the wind blowing right to left at about 5 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are plus 108 on the money line. Texas minus 118. The over-under is 9. Our pick to click today, Nathan Eovaldi, very tough right-hander. So we'll see if he comes in with his A stuff. Hopefully not. We're going to go ahead and take a left-handed bat near the top of the order. Give me Michael Harris II. He's 3 for 8 lifetime with an RBI and a strikeout. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win this one 4-2 in a pitching duel. And once again, if you missed the note on it, we're going to be doing roll call in the middle of the first. Seems like the best time to transition over there. Beautiful skies. Don't expect weather to play much of a part today. And it's good to see everybody in the chat. Phillies and Marlins are in action, so we'll be keeping you up to date on that. Atlanta Braves wearing their home whites here on a Sunday afternoon. Braves across the chest in red, outlined in navy. As Grant Holmes fires his final warm-up tosses, we are just about set. Texas Rangers are wearing their road blues gray bottoms. And as soon as the 3D kicks in, waiting for it to load up, we will bring it to you. The first pitch is on the way, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch is fouled off the plate, down and in. It's 0-1. There we go. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it down the right field line, but foul. It's 0-2. (0-2) count, 0-0 your score. Game 3 of a 3-game set. It looks like he may have cracked his bat, so Jock Peterson going over to get a new bat. As we wait for him to return, there he is, cutting across. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the first strikeout of the day for Mr. Grant Holmes. Looking good so far.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves, it'll be Dubon, Harris, and Hicklin. First pitch. Down below the knees, taken for a ball by Wyatt Langford. It's 1-0. Third to first around the horn. It's Riley, Jarvis, Ozzie, and Olsen. Drake behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch, swing. That ball is swatted into left field, and it's a one-out single for the Texas Rangers here in the top of the first inning. So a hard hit ball. First pitch right there is a sinker at the knees, taken all the way by Jace Young, batting .296. With 9 home runs, it's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The third baseman, swing, hit it high and deep into right field, drifting back. Just before the warning track, making the catch for a loud out number 2 is Brewer Hicklin. So 2 down here. And Brandon Nimmo, the batter. First pitch to Nimmo's a swing and a miss cutter upstairs. 0-1. An honest engine, Nimmo, his numbers never jump out at you, but he has been such a pain to the Braves over the years, starting off seeing him in the Mets uniform for several years. I remember he used to drive Spencer Strider nuts with like a 12-pitch at bat all the time. The 0-1 pitch, swing, pop up. That won't be it. It's going to be high, not very deep. Underneath it is Mauricio Dubon, and that'll end the inning. So a good inning there for Grant Holmes, just giving up the one hit. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country. Scroll back to about the beginning of the ball game here, maybe a little before. Good to see you in the chat. I see Iron Lung and Scotty B. Go back to sleep, Scotty. We need more runs. Rebecca! Iron Lung, I beg your pardon. We didn't promise you a rosemary garden. Good to see you. Rich 22. What you talking about, Willis? Good to see you. Mike Welch. Swamp Boy. Lieutenant 311. Brandon Berry. Stevie S. Steve Sonderland. The Braves are coming to bat here. Let's see what else have I missed. Justin Green Machine, good to see you. Try to continue this as we go along. First pitch swinging by Drake Baldwin. That ball is scalded into right field under the diving glove of Nicky Lopez. And your Atlanta Braves have the leadoff runner on with here in the first inning. Good piece of hitting there by the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Senior dog, James Ray. Darren. Tom Carroll. First pitch is a called strike, and Drake Baldwin takes off. They were napping on him, and he'll steal the base, and how about that? Wake the offense up, Drake.
Feel the need for speed.
We got the need for speed. Runner at second, nobody out. First pitch on the way. Smacks the splitter off the plate. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Try to link this up again. They always do that the first couple of commercial breaks. Then once you set it, it usually stays pretty close to. Pitch on the way, kicks and fires. Upstairs misses high. Drake Baldwin standing at second.
Nobody out. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Olsen is on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Turns and kicks. Swing. Rolls it on the ground over to first. That will be a fair ball, so it'll be a G3 in your scorecard, but it's a productive out as Drake Baldwin moves down to third base, and there's only one down. So now a fly ball by Matt Olson. Get the Braves on the board early, and runs could be at a premium with Eovaldi on the hill. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Drops in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Infield drawn in. They got to be sitting there thinking, are you kidding me, man? What if he hits a freaking scalder right at my dome? There's going to be some guys making some business decisions here. That's at bat. Matt Olson. Infield in. The 0-1 misses high. 1-1. They're hoping for a pop-up or a strikeout because he tattoos one. You're going to see your life flash before your eyes. The 1-1 count. Once again, infield back or in and to the right. The 1-1 chased a splitter off the edge, 1-2. He's going to try to get Matt Olson to fish for something off the zone. Olson's got to shorten up that swing, make sure he makes some kind of contact to put the pressure on the defense. Drake Baldwin at third, 1 out. Eovaldi steps off the bump. The A on Drake Baldwin's batting helmet was peeling off. They just showed him reapplying it. The 1-2. In the dirt. Good take there by Olson. Ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Eovaldi looking in. The pitch on the way. Swing. Pops it up, but out of play. And we'll do it once again. 2-2 count. Runner at third. Just 1 out. Braves nothing. Rangers nothing. If you're just joining us, all you've missed is a single by Langford, a single by Baldwin. Baldwin stole second. The 2-2 bangs it down the first baseline towards the dugout, and we'll do it again. Eovaldi, a tough veteran, and he is just as likely to not give in and pitch around Olson. The 2-2 swing, chops it off the plate. The 2-2 pitch. This is pitch number 13, by the way. In the dirt, splitter, trying to get him to chase one down and in. Just misses spot. And it's a full count to Olson. Standing on deck is Michael Harris II. In the hole is Dubon. Braves nothing, Rangers nothing. The 3-2 in the dirt, ball forward. The ball gets away, but the catcher Higgy grabbed it pretty quickly. And with Drake at third, Watkins not likely to send him unless that ball gets all the way away. Drake Baldwin has decent speed for a catcher, but he's not fast by any stretch of the imagination. Michael Harris II, the batter. He has a .350 average against off-speed pitches. That is third in the National League. Now, with that being said, Eovaldi's bread and butter is a splitter. That's not really an off-speed pitch. So they're really talking about things like curves and changes. First pitch to Harris. Swing. That ball is belted high. That's going to get at least one on the board. Going back on the track, making the catch for a loud out on number 2. But on the play, Michael Harris will drive in Drake Baldwin, and your Atlanta Braves lead it 1-0.
Bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Eovaldi throws 5-pitch mix nowadays. Splitter 37% of the time. That's his bread and butter. Curveball 22, cutter 20, and a four-seamer 13%. The sinker to keep you honest at 8%. First pitch out and away to Dubon, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. In the outfield for the Rangers, left to right, it's Langford, Carter, Nimmo. Round the horn, third to first. Young, Duran, Lopez, and Berger. Braves lead it 1-0 in the 1-0 pitch. Pop-up can of corn. Dubon stepping out of the box and swinging at a pitch that was well outside, and that's what you'll get. But not before your Atlanta Braves put one on the board. Get them on, get them over, get them in. Sunday afternoon here in Braves country.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I'd say I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad. About a week? You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket.
Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again? Nope. You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant and just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. Braves lead it 1-0. Righty-righty matchup, the 1-0 pitch. Down and away. Ball 2-0. It'll be Berger who's standing at the plate. Duran and Carter due up. So the 5, 6, 7 hitters. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1. It's good to get that first run on the board for Atlanta. Give Grant Holmes a little breathing room. The 2-1 pitch. Slider down and in. 3-1. 3-1 count. Swing, banged on the ground over to third. Slick play over there by Riley, getting that Scalder, flipping it to first. And it's a 5-3 to get us going here in the top of the second. One down. Dodgers lead the Yankees 2-1 in the fifth. That reminds me of that clip where they're talking about something to do with college football. It's with a guy saying, people asking me who would I pull for is the first pitch swing and a miss. It's 0-1 in like a Dodger-Yankee scenario. He's talking about college football. He said, that's like you asking me which one of your kids do I like the most, because I hate both of them. The 0-1 smacks it foul. Trying to drop a bunt there by Duran. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Rangers, nothing. Braves 1, top of the second. Mets have an early lead on the Phillies. That's good news there, 2-0. They're heading to the second inning as the 0-2's fouled away. Rays and Red Sox are scoreless, as are the Pirates and Guardians. Yankees and Dodgers, by the way, playing a doubleheader today. They got the game yesterday got postponed as the 0-2 pitch swing fouls it away. Four-seam fastball. 94 bringing it. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Kicks and fires. Swing, laces it down the third base line. And an L5 in your scorecard. Great play by Riley. Backhanded it before it became extra bases to away. Dodgers and Yankees, second part of that doubleheader is tonight. I believe that's the NBC Peacock game. Later on this afternoon, you got a slew of 4 o'clock games. Nats at A's. Nationals lost last night, so good news there for the Braves. First pitch down and into Evan Carter. Cutter taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Giants are at the Mariners. I watched that game last night after the Yankees Dodgers got postponed. That was actually a hell of a ball game. The 1-0 swung on, popped up high in the sky into center field, and Dubon. You gotta love baseball. He heard him, and he put his arm up, and that, I guarantee there was a conversation about that. We'll explain when we return here in Braves Country.
I hate when couples have one fight, then all of a sudden they go online and say, single. Bro, I argue with my mom and daddy all the time. Do you see me going on the internet saying I'm an orphan? No, you're being overzealous. Calm down. In the morning, that's going to be your baby boo. And you shouldn't even post that, because now your mama, your sister, and your cousin finna be fighting that girl at the next cookout.
Day 4 of the polar vortex, and we have not reached up out of the negative degrees. Everything we own that was once built solid is now rickety. The cars are rickety. The roads are rickety. Our bones feel rickety. Our skin is tight, wrapped around our rickety bones. I'm talking the electricity inside the cars is not working. No, dude. Tried to start my dad's truck this morning, and it was like, why right now? You drive across the road right now in these negative temperatures, and all you're doing is cracking concrete out here. That means the foundation of our society is now crumbling under our feet due to the polar vortex. I don't know how much longer.
At first, the crash of 29 and the resulting depression had little effect on Ruth, or the money he was paid. His enormous checks, which were often 10 times greater than any of his contemporaries, had reached $80,000 in 1931. But at the same time, the country began to sink deeper into economic despair. Ruth's skills began to erode, giving Yankee owner Jacob Rupert good reason to cut his salary and eventually cut him. After 20 productive major league seasons, the Yanks no longer needed Ruth. The team that had been his for so long now centered around Lou Gehrig.
Ruth was playing his last year with the Yankees in Boston. The ball went between his legs and went to the wall. The fans in Boston booed him unmercifully, and it made me sick.
Welcome back. First pitch is smack back foul. Dominic Smith. It's 0-1, man. He better get his back going, or He will be elsewhere come August 3rd. The 0-1 count. Kicks and fires. Down and in. Splitter. 1-1. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. The 2-1 count. Swing, ripped up the middle, but right into the teeth of the defense. Duran's there, he'll make the play, 6-3. One down. Partly sunny skies here in Atlanta, no threat of rain. So you're getting the sun going in and out, but that shouldn't affect the batters too much. It's not like that shade that crosses over on the 4 o'clock games. First pitch to Austin Riley. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fouls it back. Oh, and 2. So an 0-2 count, one down. Turns and clicks. Swing! That ball's belted. Stay fair. Stay fair because she's gone. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. A hanger, a banger, ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. And a solo shot, Austin Riley waking up in the second half of the season. 416 happy feet, 103 miles an hour off the bat.
You're my boy, Blue!
And your Braves double the lead, 2-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Jim Jarvis, the batter, first pitch swing and a miss. Down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Filthy curve off the edge. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Turns and kicks. Down and in. 2-2. The 1-2. Fouls it down the line. Cutter. Obviously, this is the first time that Jim Jarvis has seen the veteran Eovaldi. The 1-2 from Nathan. Swing. Slaps that one foul. Eovaldi doesn't have the elite heat that he had in years past. But he's still filthy as ever. And he's still coming in the low to mid 90s, 94, 95, 93, depending. Is the 1-2 out and away, 2-2. He was a guy that I always wanted the Braves to get back in the day, mainly because no matter what he does today, in October, this guy shows up. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, 3-1. 3-2. He's been in so many big games in October. He's pitched so well, some of the biggest spots you can think of. Full count to Jarvis. Infield back and to the right. The payoff pitch. Turns and kicks. Swing. Chopper. Down the line is a one-hopper into the glove of the first baseman, Berger. He'll flip a D'Evaldi covering the bag. And there's 2 down. Nathan Eovaldi, 6'2", 217-pounder, 36 years old now, out of Houston, Texas. Started with the Dodgers. Debuted in 2011. He was drafted by Los Angeles way back in 2008 in the 11th round out of Alvin, Texas. Brewer Hicklin, the batter. First pitch down and away, four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. And he's been all over. We've seen Eovaldi over the years. He was in Miami 2012 to 2014 after leaving the Dodgers. Went to the Yankees. Most people will remember that, 15 and 16, though it wasn't some of their better years. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it back, 1-1. Then he went over to Tampa Bay and Boston in 2018, where he really got the moniker of being a big-time pitcher in the postseason. He was with that 2018 Red Sox championship team, the 1-1. Just misses high. He's got that curveball moving up and down and in and out, 2-1. Stayed with the Red Sox all the way to 2022, so they had some big series there, and then he went to Texas in 23, and that was one of the biggest reasons why they won the World Series. The 2-1, chops it foul, 2-2. Jordan Montgomery, still in my book, is the number one reason and why he fell off so badly. We'll never fully understand it. But that 1-2 punch, remember calling that series, that 1-2 punch of Eovaldi and Montgomery was just nasty. The 2-2 down and in splitter. And it's a full count. So a payoff pitch to Brewer Hicklin. Eovaldi, pitch number 38. Caught looking upstairs, strike 3. Splitter got him up there in the corner. But not before your Atlanta Braves put another one on the board. It's 2-0 good, guys. We'll be back in a flash going to the third. On this date, 1909, during the top of the second inning of a 6-1 win over the Boston Red Sox at Cleveland's League Park, Neil Ball executes the first unassisted triple play in the post-1900 era of baseball. The Naps shortstop catches a McConnell line drive, steps on second to double up Wagner, then tags Stahl for the third out as he comes from first base. On this date in 1910, Cy Young wins his 500th game when the Naps beat the Senators in 11 innings, 5-4. During his 22-year career pitching for 5 teams from 1890 to 1911, the 43-year-old will compile 511 victories, 94 more than Walter Johnson, who is second on the all-time list. And on this date in 1920, Babe Ruth, with the first of 2 homers in the nightcap of a twin bill against Chicago at the Polo Grounds, becomes the first player to hit 30 home runs in a season. The historic homer, a 2-run shot off of Dickie Kerr, breaks his season mark of 29, and the Bambino will finish the season with a resounding 54 round trippers. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back. Grant Holmes going back to work. Nicky Lopez leading off for the Rangers. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch is a four-seamer at the knees. Took a little something off of that one, coming in at 92. It's 0-1. Almost worked like sinker action. Old school sinker, not what they call sinkers today, which is just a two-seamer. The 0-1 pitch, swing, ripped it up the middle, almost took Grant Holmes' head off, and Lopez is on. One on, nobody out here to start the inning. Got way too much of the plate there, and Nicky didn't miss the ball. Whew. That almost got him in the arm. That was dangerously close, hitting him in the pitcher's arm, right near the elbow. That would not have been good. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch right there. Four-seamer. It's 0-1. Iron, I'll look at that tonight, and then we'll try to come up with the time. Man, they just showed the replay on Texas's. That ball almost looked like it might have actually skimmed Holmes's forearm as the ball went by. Pitch there on the outer edge, 1-1. 1-1. They didn't show it on the Braves monitor. They probably didn't see it. They may show it later, but this is the 1-1 inside 2-1. On the Texas monitor, it looked like the seams skipped across his skin as it went by. Maybe it was just the appearance of it, but man, that was close. The 2-1. Chops it foul, 2-2. We're going to start sending our pitchers out there looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy with some kind of a bubble suit out there. Yeah, that's what it looked like, Randy. The 2-2, swing, lifted, high into center field. Underneath it is Money Mike, and there's one away. F8 in your scorecard. So earlier, if you're watching the game along as you're following along here, you may have seen Dubon, when he heard Michael call for it, he raised his right arm, his non-glove arm, and letting him know that he heard him, so there's not a terrible collision out there like we had yesterday. Thankfully, nobody was injured. There's a slider down and in, bounces away, out in front of the plate. It's 1-0. And that's going back to basics. That's what you're literally supposed to do if any of y'all played ball back in the day. People just get out of the habit. And I'm not going to say it's a lazy thing because nobody really does it in the majors. Nobody really does it in the minors, but 1-0 swing. Rips it down the line, foul, 1-1. But I like the idea that they went back to something like that. Now, the only thing I'll say is he went with the assumption that Harris caught the ball and he was running towards the dugout. You're really supposed to be right there in case he fumbles the ball, whatever, something happens. So you either drift behind him, which is normally what you do, or maybe you play off him a little bit in case it bounces off his glove. But you'll take a non-collision over that. Jock Peterson, who hit a home run yesterday, is 16th on the year. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Righty-lefty matchup, pitch high and out of the zone. 2-1. Grant Holmes with just one strikeout today. It's been the biggest difference with him when he went to the rotation. He does not get the strikeout numbers that he was originally getting. And that just means more balls in play. The 2-1 pitch, swing, pop up. Riley's underneath it, fair territory by the third base bag, maybe 5 feet behind. It'll be an F5 in your scorecard, and there's 2 down. But yeah, Iron, I'll look at that tonight, and then we'll try to come up with something this week on a time that works for everybody. Infield back into the left, Wyatt Langford, the batter, first pitch swinging, smokes it over to short, bounces off the glove of Jarvis. Jarvis fires it to first, and to second, excuse me. And it's going to be 4-3, Ozzie to Olsen, but everybody's safe. Bad decision by Jarvis there. When he bobbled the ball, he should have just went to first. You only needed the one out. So you can put an error on Jim Jarvis, E6 on your scorecard. Braves getting the case of the fumbleitis here in this series. And he was kind of just Cadillacing too. He would have had him by a mile. Righty-righty matchup. Sinker to Young, fouls it away. It's 0-1. They're just showing it now on the Braves monitor, but Texas television, they picked it up immediately. They're probably berating the hell out of him. He's fortunate that he was safe, but he was kind of Cadillacing the first third of the run down first base. So Jarvis just grabs that ball and flips it to first. He's going to get him. The 0-1. Turns and fires. Swing. Lifts it. Into right field, but Brewer Hicklin will be there, and he'll make the grab. So no harm, no foul. Just a few more pitches on the arsenal, and we'll head to the bottom of 3. 2-0 your score. Good guys.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner? Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please. Jambalaya?
Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the Big and Tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then! And then! No and then! And then! No and then! And then! No and then! And then!
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor?
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
Huh, you know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off there, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order us some pizza.
Little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives. Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Drake Baldwin standing in at the box as we start the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 1 with a stolen base and a run. Fouls the splitter out and away. Eovaldi, by the way, that was pitch number 40 as we begin the 3rd. That's a high number. Like to keep pushing that north. Maybe they'll throw in the white flag as the 1-1 misses high 2-1. We'll see the front end of that bullpen. Tampa Bay and Boston 1-1. Dodgers 3-1 over the Yankees. Dodgers, we become Dodger fans tomorrow. They head to Philadelphia next. The 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, pumping it right by him. The 2-2. Swing lifted. High and deep. Going back on the track. Get up! Get up! Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong! Holy Toledo! The Drake is back, baby! He's back! take it.
Could you not like the drink?
395 happy feet. And your Atlanta Braves lead 3-0. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch swinging, lazy pop up into center. He'll be retired on one pitch. F8 in your scorecard, one away. He was looking, I know what Ozzie was thinking. He was thinking he might get just a get me over strike. Eovaldi has evolved too much for that over the years. He knows what batters are thinking. Might be worth a shot every once in a while. You would just like to see Ozzie take longer at bats, all in all. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch. Curveball down and in to Matt Olson. It's 1-0. Turns and fires, swing and a miss. One count. Swing, chops it off the plate, back behind. 1-2. Braves welcome in San Diego Padres tomorrow. It's going to be a 4-game series. 7:15 first pitch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 12:15 getaway day on Thursday. This is a 1-2 swing and a miss. Chased a curveball down and in. Basically, the first pitch that he spit on to start the at-bat. 2 down. Michael Harris II now coming to the plate with 2 outs. He might be swinging for the downs. Coming in with a .299 batting average, righty-lefty, first pitch. Smacks it foul over the dugout. It's 0-1. The 0-1. And it's nice when we get out to an early lead. All the haters stay out of the chat. The 0-1 pitch, swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. Let one run come on the board, though. It's going to be doomsday. The 0-2 to Michael. Braves lead at 3-0. Holmes so far so good if you're just joining us. 3 innings, only the 1 strikeout. The 2 hits, and he hasn't walked anybody, and that's been huge for him recently. He's really cut that down. The 0-2 slaps it down the third base line, fouling out of play. Past the tarps. Pitch on the way, swing. Chops it through the hole, and that's a seeing eye single if you ever seen one through the infield. They were playing a shift. If they have the normal defense on, that's going to be an easy out. But instead, Michael hit them where they ain't. We got one on.
You know about that.
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
See if he may want to take off here with 2 outs. Worst case scenario, if you get thrown out, you're talking about having Dubon lead off next inning. First pitch swinging. Whiff and a miss at the curveball. It's 0-1. Nothing in Milwaukee as they're just getting underway versus the Marlins. We're going to try to do our best to keep you updated top to bottom on the NL East race as we go forward. The 0-1 rolls it on the ground over to short, 6-4 the putout, and that'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves put another one on the board. It's 3-0 good, guys. The Drake rocking on a Sunday afternoon.
They're closing all these schools, but how cold does it have to be for them to close these jobs down?
My doctor just asked me how many drinks I have a week, and I was like, let's just cut the theatrics. Before I give you some made-up answer, how about you tell me what a normal number would be for me, and then a number that would concern you? And then she looked at me and went, okay. I would say a man your size should not be having more than 14 beers per week. And I was like, okay, first of all, fatphobic for no reason. Then she was like, okay, so what's the answer? And I was like, 14 beers, actually. It's pretty crazy that you mentioned that because that's what I was going to say anyway. 13 even sometimes. I like living in the moment. Then at the end, she asked me if I had any questions. And I was like, yeah, actually, what's the weed number for 14 beers? She was like, what do you mean? I was like smoking cannabis. How much is 14 beers for you? And she was like, are you high all day, every day? And I was like, no. She was like, who cares? You're probably fine then. So, boys, let's blaze on 14. Apparently the doctor's a chiller.
I can't go on forever, but you can bet your sweet life that I won't play until I drop. But I'll play until I damn near drop.
In 1935, Ruth took his diminishing skills to the Boston Braves. Ever the showman, he defiantly hit 3 homers in one of his final games. But at age 40, the Babe retired as a player and spent 3 years away from the game.
Feels good to be back in this uniform. That Dodgers look pretty good on the front of you, too, boy.
In 1938, Ruth happily returned to New York as a coach for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Babe had been led to believe the Dodgers would one day let him manage. In reality, the struggling franchise had signed Ruth as a gate attraction. Fans did come to see Ruth, but the novelty soon wore off. The Babe was let go, and the promise never kept.
If your breath stink in the month of December, that's crazy, gang. It's peppermints everywhere.
3-0 your score. Atlanta Braves leading the Texas Rangers. Brandon Nimmo lead it off for Texas. First pitch cutter on the outer edge. It's 1-0. Nimmo flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1 on the day, batting .265. Changeup misses down and in. One, 2 count. Brings it. Upstairs, misses high. 4-seam fastball just off the top corner. It's 2-2. Standing on deck is Berger and then Duran. The 2-2, down and in, 3-2. This is Nimmo's. This is his forte. He will work the count. He will work the pitches. Getting out 0-2 and trying to nibble with Nimmo just will not work. Drake Baldwin just hasn't learned that yet as a catcher. Is the cutter down and away, ball 4. So he heads on down to first, and it's a leadoff walk for the Texas Rangers. See it a lot with Drake when he gets a count in front. He likes his pitcher to nibble. It's hard to break that cycle when you're coming out of the minor leagues, but you do have to do it as the first pitch slider down and in. It's 1-0. Batters here in the major leagues, they know the strike zone pretty well. You at least have to make an effort towards the strike zone. Once he starts realizing that they're always nibbling, is the 1-0. Swing, rolls it on the ground through the infield, and that's going to be for a base hit. So a leadoff walk, followed up by a single, and trouble a brewing. The tying run coming to the plate. Hard hit ball through the hole. Braves were in double play depth. Hit it between the 5-6 hole. No real chance for either defender to get it there. 2 on, nobody out. Righty-righty matchup. Ezekiel Duran, the batter. First pitch, swing and a miss. Sinker down and away, they're calling it. It's 0-1. Really look more like a slider with that movement, but we'll go with what they got, the 0-1. Turns and kicks. Same pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That time they did call it a slider. So an 0-2 count. Yes, Rebecca, they play every Friday. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. So he went slider, 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 no matter what the screen said. And there's one away. Just the second strikeout of the day. But a big one, because now a double play can get you out. Righty, lefty. Carter the batter, first pitch on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Braves will be in Baltimore this coming weekend. Friday night, Saturday and Sunday afternoon, the 0-1. Changeup misses. That changeup just hasn't been hitting today. It's so far out of the zone and drops so quickly, it's easy for them to spit on it. The 1-1 pitch, swing, roasted over to first. Olsen with a perfect relay, fires it over to second. Here comes the throw, and they're going to say that he's safe. Walt Weiss, the throw beat him, and Walt Weiss wants to challenge us. Grant Holmes is convinced that he tagged the bag, and if he did, it's going to be a double play. Now let's take another look at this. Oh, as his foot, let me see here. As he's making the catch, well, then his foot comes up as he's making the catch. I think his foot is still engaged. But he made the mistake of lifting his foot, and it gives the appearance that the foot lifts as he's crossing the bag. So from the home plate umpire standpoint, he probably thinks that Grant Holmes' foot is not touching the bag at all, but it is. It's up against the bag as he makes the catch. And then it lifts, and the problem is whether or not they're going to get... We've got to... And we got it overturned. So good job there by the Atlanta Braves. Good job by the umpires. Good job by Walt Weiss. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the bottom of the fourth here in Braves country.
I can't see how be vegan. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine getting high as and coming home and eating a damn carrot or some.
July 3rd, 1863, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Robert E. Lee assumed the Union center on Cemetery Ridge was weak. 2 days of fighting had battered both flanks. Lee believed one concentrated assault could break through and win the battle. Win the battle, win the war. That was the assumption. But assumptions don't account for terrain. The Confederates would cross nearly a mile of open ground, no cover, uphill, against entrenched artillery and infantry who'd spent the night reinforcing their position. Lee's corps commanders warned him. Longstreet called it impossible, but Lee had won against worse odds before. He committed. The pressure was time. The Army of Northern Virginia couldn't stay in Pennsylvania. Supplies were running low. Another Union army was forming to the west. Lee had to decide now, attack or retreat. He chose attack. 15,000 men stepped into that field. Union artillery opened at 700 yards, then 400, then musket fire at 200. The Confederates reached the stone wall for 5 minutes. The Army of Northern Virginia never recovered its offensive capability. Lee would fight for 2 more years, but always on the defensive.
That winter, Ruth had a throat operation, and the prognosis was grim. Although he wasn't told of his condition, the babe had cancer.
They kept the fact that he had terminal cancer away from him because they thought he would jump out a window.
He would sit in the chair by the hour and look out over the Hudson River. His spirits were very good. He felt that he was going to beat this thing. But the fact that he had the scar tissue up around his neck made it very difficult for him to talk.
On April 27, 1947, Baseball celebrated Ruth's accomplishments with a day in his name at every major league ballpark. Ruth himself attended the ceremony at Yankee Stadium.
Welcome back. Swing and a miss.
Again on Monday. I mean, at this point, these kids might as well go ahead and get their GED.
Dominic Smith, the batter. It's an 0-1 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Eovaldi sitting at 55 pitches here. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So far, so good for Grant Holmes. 4 innings. Just 2 strikeouts. He has walked 1, and he gave up 3 hits. But another big key factor here is the Braves would need some depth here today, would like some depth, or it'll continue to plague the pen for a few days after the early exit by Owen Murphy. Grant Holmes is only thrown 49 pitches in 4 innings. You'd love to see him get 6 innings today. The 0-2. Inside. 1-2. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way, swing, dribbles it over to first. That'll be an easy 3-1. 1 down. 1 up, 1 down. If you're going to continue to have Drake Baldwin be the designated hitter against righties, and I get the theory behind it, you might have to start dropping him down in the order until we get past the deadline, see what the roster looks like. In the month of June, he batted 179. And in the month of July, he's batting 176 up to date off of that last at bat. First pitch is a cutter right there. Austin Riley 1-0. Riley hit his 11th home run of the year. His last time up. A moon blast over the left field wall. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. You'd love to see Riley start getting back into the groove. That would really lengthen this offense. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. And all would be forgiven if he gets hot on the back stretch, helping us to another division title. As it stands right now, the Braves would not have a bye, even with the division title right now, but there's a long way to go, and they could still catch Milwaukee. The 2-1 pitch. Up top, misses high, 3-1. Milwaukee has been so steady over the years. It's probably not likely because that June swoon that Atlanta had really took them off that pace they needed. And the Braves back end schedule is a little more difficult. The 3-1 pitch, swing, lifted, high and deep, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a, ding-dong! Am I dreaming? If so, do not pinch me. His second home run of the day. 413.
You're my boy!
Happy feet to dead center. You're my boy, Blue! And he's got to start feeling some confidence. The home run on Friday night against the catcher, no big deal. But you get a couple home runs on a ground ball pitcher, a veteran like Eovaldi, that's got to start having you breathing with confidence. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball off the plate to Jim Jarvis. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss. Splitter over the top. 1-1. 95 mile an hour. It looked like a splitter that didn't split. A pitch that's supposed to go down and away hung up there, and Austin Riley smoked it. The 1-1 pitch, swing. Hard chopper right side, but that'll be an easy 4-3. Good scoop and flip by Nicky Lopez, and there's 2 down. Everybody with the I Love Riley again. What are you talking about? He's been our guy the whole time. 2 down, bottom of the 4th. And if nothing else, the Braves are going to clear the bottom of the order here. Brewer Hicklin, the batter, first pitch. Takes a curve in the dirt. It's 1-0. Hicklin struck out his first time up. On deck is that man, Drake Baldwin. He's 2 for 2. He's got a home run in his own right. And he has scored 2 runs. Even has a stolen base. The 1-0 pitch. Out and away. Splitter misses. 2-0. Sleepy said it this time. I concur. The 2-0. Swing! Chops it down the line. 2-1. What are you, in a band? Cut your hair, son. The 2-1. Baldy brings it. Out and away. Ball 3, 3-1. So Brewer Hicklin, if he can work his way aboard, will bring Drake to the plate. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Splitter inside. In on his hands. 3-2. That's a bad swing by Hicklin. He's most likely the first guy to go when Acuna comes back. Could be as early as tomorrow, but I definitely expect him back in the San Diego series. Lot may depend on travel. Payoff pitch, swing. Bangs it into the third base dugout, off the rail. Full count once again. Mets 5, Phillies nothing, bottom of the 4th. Mets were actually favored in that game because Nolan McLean is pitching for New York. And they have the rookie Ranglin on for Philly. The 3-2 fouls away. That's another team that may be looking. I don't think they're going to be, well, you never know. They do like to go for the downs with Dombrowski, but they've got 2 elite starters. They don't necessarily need a Skubal type, but I do think Philly's going to add a starter. The 3-2, up and in, ball 4. So Brew Crew heads up to first base with 2 outs. Maybe the Braves could pull off a trade and trade Hicklin to Milwaukee. I mean, the jersey sells itself. He'd be the first guy that would just put his first name on the back of his jersey. Quick mound visit out there. There's just a powwow between battery mates, Higgy and Eovaldi. No pitching coach came out. Drake Baldwin singled to first. Singled in the first and stole second. Came around to score. Back in the first innings, the first pitch down an in splitter. It's 1-0. He would homer to right center, 395 feet. His last time up. The 1-0 to Drake. Infield back into the right. And 2 outs as he fires it over to first to keep Hicklin close by. Hicklin with pretty good speed. I can't imagine he'd be running here. You could send him. You'd have the top of the order leading off, but as hot as Drake has been, you kind of hate to have him thrown out The 1-0 pitch, swing, dribbles it through the infield, and that's another base hit. Brewer Hicklin, with his speed, will go first to third, and your Atlanta Braves, a little two-out magic.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
A walk and a single, and we're in business here. I thought they may have pulled him at the end of this inning, fairly high pitch count, but also this is the third time through the order, and he just hasn't been your typical Eovaldi. I mean, when Eovaldi is filthy like he can be, the ball's down, you're getting ground balls. He's been leaving a lot of pitches up today. I don't know if the weather has anything to do with it. You remember he plays pretty much indoors nowadays. The first pitch, splitter, rips it down the line, foul. It's 0-1. Thank you, Unc.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Super gobble, super gobble, super gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us.
0-1 pitch. Curveball. Fouled off. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch way outside wide. 1-2. Yeah, same, Richard. On paper, Texas had the advantage, but they don't play these games on paper. They play them inside your YouTube. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2-2-2. So it's a 2-2 count. And on top of it, this is going to be pitch number 9 of the at-bat. So they're really running his pitch count up. The 2-2. Turns and brings it. Swing lifted into shallow center field, but drifted back, making the catch is Duran for out number 3. But not before your Atlanta Braves to have taken a 4-0 lead. I like the idea. We've gotten 1-1-1-1. A run every single inning. We'll be back in a flash.
Drunk and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times, but I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka. Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway.
October 11th. October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it. It's yours.
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them.
Guys tired?
Go get all sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Okay? All right! Let's go! Let's go!
Welcome back. Thank you, Iron. Appreciate the channel support. You and Charlie today. Grant Holmes goes back to work.
We accept that one.
First pitch down and in, 1-0.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
1-0 pitch. Cutter right there. Across the chest, 1-1. 1-1 count. Dropped the change there, froze them. 1-2. Mets still lead. The Phillies are heading to the fifth, 5-0. Good news here in Braves country. Marlins lead the Brewers 1-0, heading to the bottom of the third. We'll keep you updated on that one as well. It's the two main teams we have our eyes on in this pennant race, the division race, I guess it should be called nowadays. It's the 1-2 down and in, 2-2. We just hope it doesn't turn into a wild card race, right? The 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing, rips it up the middle, and it's a leadoff single for the Texas Rangers. Nicky Lopez 2 for 2 now. He's batting .312. Martin Perez is expected to be back this week. By the way, I don't think I mentioned it yet, they did send Owen Murphy down like we suspected. He was sent back down to the minor leagues after yesterday's debacle. First pitch misses high, it's 1-0. Still think Owen Murphy's going to be a very good starting pitcher, but he's not seasoned. 1-0. Slaps it foul, 1-1. If you're wondering, well, why did they start? I really believe they wanted to see what he would do in a big spot when they're coming off Chris Sale and the break, knowing that they had the depth in the bullpen to back them up if they ran into trouble. 1-1 missed below the knees, 2-1. An honest engine, if Tyler Kinley doesn't spit the bit, we would have actually won that game even with Owen's bad outing. The 2-1, swing, pop up. High in the sky. Can of corn. Jim Jarvis, JJ, making some good times over there with the first out of the inning. Top of the fifth, one out. And back to the top of the order, so you got to be careful here with Jock Peterson. You know he's looking for the big one. The first pitch swing, and he'll slap it into right center field down for a base hit. And they'll go corner to corner. And the tying run moves to the on-deck circle. So 60 pitches in, top of the fifth. Righty-righty. Langford, the batter, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Double play depth for the Atlanta Braves. And playing him to pull. So a huge hole on the right side of the infield as they hold the runner on. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the first base line. He did not. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swing, rips it into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That will easily score the run. And it's an RBI double, and we got ourselves a ball game again. 4-1 your score. And the tying run coming to the plate. Grant Holmes is only at 62 pitches, but you'd really hate to see them just give away this big lead. This is the third time through the order, and this is where it's been his biggest issue. That third time the team sees Grant Holmes, first pitch swing and a missed cutter, it's 0-1. First time they see the third time they see Grant Holmes, he gets pounded. They're finally getting someone warmed up. That's the good news. The bad news is we see that it's Tyler Kinley stretching. One pitch, swing, lifted, into center field, coming over, making the catch is Harris. He'll fire the ball towards third, and Peterson comes home to score, but there are two down. Lead's been cut in half, 4-2. But this is really where I believe Kinley has landed in the Braves bullpen. He needs to be in the middle of the game. So if he goes out and does what he did yesterday, there's time to correct it, or coming in possibly when they're trailing. But you just can't put him in the back end anymore. The first pitch, slider misses high. It's 1-0. Pitched pretty well to start off the season, but he's basically got two pitches. He's very Pierce Johnson in that manner. 1-0. Cutter misses. 2-0. And the biggest difference between him and Pierce Johnson had that curveball, and when it was on, it would dive off the table. Kinley's slider, it's kind of a flat slider. So he's got to be perfect with it. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sinker over the hands. 2-1. Now, if you think about this going forward, talking about after the trade deadline, so I believe Nemo's getting some spray on his bat. I guess maybe it slipped out of his hand a little bit on that swing. Nemo climbing back into the box. But if we add some depth into the starting rotation, immediately guys like Grant Holmes make your bullpen so much deeper. 2-1 pitch, swing, chopped it. Down the first base line, 2-2. And you've got a couple of guys like that are currently in our rotation. You move them to the bullpen, and now you're cooking with gas, because you're talking about Grant Holmes. When he's in the bullpen, he's usually mid to high 90s. He just lets her fly. As a starter, he's ticked down a bit. The 2-2. Slider down and in, 3-2. In a perfect world, Martin Perez returns as a number 5 starter in August. After the deadline, the payoff pitch in the dirt. Bounces to the backstop, and the runners will get to first and now third with 2 down. So a wild pitch. Once again, the way they have the catcher sitting on that one knee like that, he gets crossed up. He's over there just flailing at it, hoping he can knock it down, but he's not set up to just slide and move over. Hefner out there to talk to Grant Holmes. But if you look at the Braves roster and you look at the starting pitching, you can see Grant Holmes would be one of the first candidates to go sliding back into the bullpen. If Raylo continues to pitch well, he'll stay in the rotation. But if he were to falter, you would have him back in the pen. Or if you got a big enough trade acquisition. Dylan Dodd is warming up in the pen for Atlanta, the left-hander. Jake Berger at the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. He was looking to take the lead on that one. Coming out of his shoes, and he is a dangerous home run hitter. 16 on the year. And he's hit a couple of big ones. He's 4 for 6 lifetime with 2 home runs against him. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Smokes it through the hole, make it 5 for 7. And it's 4-3. So first and second, 2 outs. Top of the 5th, Duran and then Carter. They're trying to get Dodd warmed up so that, in theory, he could be ready when Carter were to come to the plate. Hopefully that's in the 6th inning and we can get out of this mess. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Slider, hanging slider. Got to be careful there with that one. It's 0-1. Remember, he struck out on 3 straight sliders his last time up. That's what they were trying to get him to swing at that there, but that was not the one you want him to hit. The 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it on the ground over to Riley. Riley's got it, fires it to first, and we'll get out of the inning with the lead, but not before the Texas Rangers put 3 on the board. We need some runs. So good old-fashioned insurance, we head to the bottom of the 5th.
I'm excited, dude. I just bought some tickets to the UFC fight tonight. You know your fat ass don't care about the UFC. You probably bought those tickets thinking it was tickets to a KFC fight, not you big back chicken wing loving bitch.
You know a person you can't trust? It's the person that goes, you can be honest with me. Not one chance. That is the person that is blabbing your business all over town. Not one authentic person is leaning in, grabbing their pearls and going, you can be honest with me. That's method acting, and you need to run from them. Okay? Okay. If they're being real, they go, hey, if you want to open up, I'm here for you. Not one person, you can be honest with me.
Just because I say I'm going to make love to you, don't mean it's going to last a long time. Just mean I'm polite. I got manners. I use words with a little more class and a little more demure to them. I can't draw you in with just saying, hey, I'm about to block you after the night. You know what I mean? That's what I really want to say.
Occasionally, he would return to the stage he once dominated, happy to display his old form. Although the significance of his homers had now greatly diminished, Ruth still managed to thrill his fans.
Even after he'd been out of baseball for 8 or 10 years, he still attracted crowds. He'd go over to the training camp and talk with the fellows. People still asked him for his autograph. They were still showing their love and appreciation for him, even though he wasn't playing baseball anymore.
But by 1946, it was becoming increasingly clear there was something seriously wrong with the Babe.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all ballpark. Looking forward.
Welcome back. Four to 3, Atlanta leads. They've given up a 4-run lead in just the half inning. Left-hander Alstrom is on the bump for the Rangers. First pitch is a 4-seamer off the plate. It's 1-0. Rosemary wants to know, what if the haircuts have a Samson effect? Well, then explain the first half. The 1-0. Upstairs, Mrs. High, 2-0. He had that long, greasy haircut the first half of the season. And he was garbage, I think is the correct term. The 2-0. Outside wide. 3-0. Count to Olsen. On deck is Harris. Pitch on the way, right down the pipe, sinker. 3-1. Braves have scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth as we enter the 5th inning. The 3-1 pitch. Just grabbed the bottom of the corner. I mean, just grabbed it. I know Olsen's thinking about challenging her, but it did look like it did paint the black. I mean, just got it. Maybe 10% at most of that ball hit the bottom corner. Full count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Slider upstairs. Strike 3. Evaldi's day is done. 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Michael Harris II will come to the plate. Money Mike. 1 for 1 on the day. First pitch swinging, rips it up the middle. And there we go. That'll get us going here in the 5th inning.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Duba on the batter, lefty-righty, first pitch. Sinker, right across the letters, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Harris at first. Wonder if they may put something on here. The 0-1, they're going to flip it over to first. Man, that was close. Harris has got to be careful there. That move almost got him. He tagged the back of his wallet, which is the smart thing to do. You see these first basemen that try to tag near the back. You just got to bring your glove down. The 0-1. Misses high, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it back. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the four-seamer right by him. 2 down. We'll keep the World Cup score in the corner for anybody who's curious what's going on there in their championship. They just got going. 0-0. Dominic Smith, the batter. A little surprised they're not pinch hitting for him. Lefty-lefty. First pitch misses high. Called it a strike. Bad call. And an even worse non-challenge. And Smith is going to stand there and complain. But challenge it. Don't bitch and moan. Challenge it. The 0-1. Swing, swats it foul. Upstairs again. 0-2. Right about the same spot. So you complained about it being called a strike, but then you swung at it. And if you're wondering, the Braves have not used any of their ABS challenges here into the 5th. And that may be strategy, but if you let the umpires know that there's a theme here, and there's been a theme with Atlanta, they have not been using their ABS challenges early, so it kind of gives the umpires leeway as they flip it over to first to call whatever they want to call the first half of the game. The 0-2 count. Hope you're right there, Southern, but I have my doubts. The 0-2 misses high as they flip it over to first again. Meanwhile, the Mets still have a 5-0 lead over the Phillies in the 6th. The 0-2, Michael leaning the pitch. Swing, fouls it straight back. to see you, Nickel Pickle. The 0-2 count. They set up on the outer edge. Swing and a miss, strike three. There's the payback. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the 6th, leading by just 1.
You could be in the middle of nowhere. Ain't one person in a 30-mile radius. Ain't an ounce of life for miles. And then there go a Dollar General coming up on the right.
Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Well, that was an English nursery rhyme that started off somewhere in the 1400s. I don't know, it's recorded somewhere in 1475 in someone's play, I believe, but that's where it originated from. And it was a game that you played, you'd stand in a circle, and when the girls played it, it was being predictive about their futures, who they'd end up marrying. When the boys played it, it was a game that would represent what they'd be when they grew up. Nowadays it's a little bit different, and different parts of the world have different job titles involved. But nowadays when we play it, for example, when I was a kid, we'd have fruit, and whatever pits or stones were left over, we'd count them, and that's what we'd end up being.
So my grandma always used to say, if somebody asks you about something private, just say, mind your business, you nosy ass.
He made personal appearances. The first year, 47, he made 15 appearances. When I saw him get off the airplane, I was shocked. He came out puffing, breathing hard. His color didn't look good. But there he was with this white cap and the white and black wingtip shoes. Then we went back to the ballpark. There was like 15,000 people there, most of them kids. It was a different man that appeared. Here he was, smiling.
I think he was happier at the ballpark than he was anywhere else. He didn't feel that good, but the strength of being around those young people that he was working with and imparting knowledge to them, I really think gave him strength.
Welcome in. Pull up a chair and grab a cold. Thank you for hyping and subscribing your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Well, good news in Philadelphia, 6-0 now. Mets over the Phillies. The Braves need to take advantage of this and get a W today. Dylan Dodd is on. And he'll face Cawley, who's pinch hitting for Carter. Doesn't appear they let Carter face left-handers. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging. Carter smacks it back. It's 0-1. Lopez is on deck, and if they fall to where they normally do on that, they normally pinch hit for him with a left-hander on the mound too, but we'll see how they play this out. Higgy in the hole, the 0-1, swing and a miss upstairs. It's 0-2. Yeah, I saw somebody put up that we had the worst ABS numbers for the first half is the sinker upstairs, 1 and 2. But Acuna's on the IL, so let him challenge the 1-2. High now the zone 2 and 2. Acuna's on the IL, and Mateo is not in the lineup, so I say let them eat cake. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Dylan Dodd doing it. One away. One up, one down, first pitch swing, and they are going to let Nicky Lopez swing the bat. It's 0-1. I wonder if Cawley gets on, would they have gone to the well, but Still just the 6th inning, the 0-1. Swing, lifted, high, deep, down the left field line, giving chase, loses room in the corner. It's going to go foul. So one of the fans there gets a souvenir. So an 0-2 to Lopez. Standing on deck is Higashioka. They keep the line moving, Jock Peterson, so you would think that the theory may be to have Dodd at least face Jock. As the 0-2 pitch misses high, 1-2. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires down and away. 2-2. The 2-2. Lopez really making them work here. 2-2 pitch, swing, lifted into left field, and that's going to get in front of Dubon for a soft hit single, but on base nonetheless. Lefty-righty matchup now. Higashioka, the batter. The catcher, so double play could be in order. First pitch, four-seam, pops it back foul. Into the third level, it's 0-1. The 0-1 fouls it back. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Brings it. Nowhere near up top. 1-2. One-two pitch. Got a piece of that sinker to foul it back. Braves lead 4-3. Tying run is at first. One out. And the top of the order looming. Jock Peterson, who they have been pinch hitting him when a lefty comes up. We'll see how they played this out. The 1-2 pitch. Dodd looking over at first and kicks and brings. Swing and a miss, strike three. Big strike out there by Dylan Dodd. 2 down. They are going to let Peterson hit, and that may have to do with the fact we're in the 6th and not later in the game. First pitch swing, and he was going for the downs there. He's not getting cheated on that swing. It's 0-1. Jock does not get cheated on swings. It doesn't look like he gets cheated on meals many times these days. He is ballooned. The 0-1 pitch, swing, laces it towards left center field. That's down for a base hit. Dubon cuts it off. Here comes the throw into the infield, and they will hold the runner. But it's a 2-out double. And trouble once again here in Braves country. Not a hard hit ball, but the way the Braves were playing that that defense, there's a huge hole in there between center and left. Dubon was basically almost guarding the line, and Harris was playing the batter to pull. I'm sure that's by design, but it almost looks like there's an issue. Walt Weiss coming up, and it looks like that's going to be it for Dylan Dodd. And we're going to get Diddy with it. Diddy coming into the game. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR. Wyatt Lang for the batter. Diddy Fuentes the pitcher. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch, P at the knees, bringing it, singing it. 96 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Braves cling to a one-run lead here in the top of the sixth. Kicks and fires. Four-seamer misses. Down below the knees, 1-1. On deck is Young. Nimmo in the hole. We hope to see them in the seventh. The 1-1 pitch. Diddy kicks and fires. Swing, pop up. Can of corn. Who wants it? Matt Olson. Foul territory. He'll get it and step into the dugout, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves keep him off the board. One-run lead. We need some insurance. Somebody call State Farm. We'll be back in a flash.
Do I like what?
Huh?
Do I like what?
Pieces of Cheetos.
So what are they?
They're like little nuts, and then like it has like a shell, but like the nut like inside is like green.
Pistachios.
That's not how you pronounce it.
What the heck?
May 2nd, 1863, Chancellorsville, Virginia. Robert E. Lee assumed Joseph Hooker would stay defensive. Hooker had 130,000 men. Lee had 60,000. The numbers said Lee should retreat, but Lee's scouts reported Hooker's right flank was exposed, hanging in the air. No fortifications, facing the wrong direction. Lee saw it. So did Jackson. The assumption was that Hooker wouldn't expect an attack. Not from an outnumbered army, not a flanking march that would take all day, not a move that would split Lee's force into three pieces. The pressure was now or never. Hooker was entrenched. His supply lines were secure. If Lee waited, the Union Army would grind forward. Jackson took 28,000 men on a 12-mile march through the wilderness. If discovered, they'd be destroyed. At 5:15 p.m., Jackson's men exploded out of the woods into Hooker's right flank. The Union line collapsed. Panic spread. Hooker's army retreated. Lee won his greatest victory. But that night, Confederate pickets fired in the darkness. Jackson fell. He died 8 days later.
He just seemed to gather strength from it. He really was crazy about kids. And you could see it. As sick as he was and as weak as he was, he wanted to be with those kids.
Later that summer, Ruth's health took a serious turn for the worse. In July, he entered the hospital once more, and this time he was made aware of what he was facing.
When he went in, he saw that it was for cancer and allied diseases. And he said, "Have I got cancer?" They'd never told him.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin. New York, Babe Ruth, the all-time baseball great, just died in Memorial Hospital of cancer.
Ruth's casket brought to Yankee Stadium, a spectacle in death as in life. The Babe had come to rest where his legend had begun.
Somebody said, how you gonna be racist and have acne? Worry about your own damn skin. And I was like, damn.
Austin Riley, 5 for 10 in this series with 3 home runs and 2 today. Step up to the plate. Let's see what he's got here. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way, up and in. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. Or 1-0, excuse me. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. Right-handed win. Evens it up. It's 1-1. The 1-1 count. It looks like this thing jumped in front of us again, so we'll wait for it to catch up. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strikeout for Austin Riley. Jim Jarvis to the plate now. Infield playing back and to the right. First pitch is just off the plate, called for a ball. It's 1-0. Jarvis 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. So 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing lifted. Out into left field, coming over, making the catch. In left field is Langford, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Brewer Hicklin still looking for his first home run. Four-seam fastball. Up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Hicklin 0 for 1 with a walk today. He's batting .333 in his short season. The 0-1 pitch swing. That ball's laced into left field. Another base hit by Brewer Hicklin.
Hitting? It's not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
So a 2-out single will bring Drake Baldwin to the plate. He is 3 for 3. If he can get into one here, really give us some breathing room. The infield is back and to the right. And they are going to let Wynn face Baldwin. Ozzie on deck. The first pitch high and outside. That thing almost got it to the backstop. Snow cone catch there by Higgy behind the plate. It's 1-0. So Ozzie on deck and Olsen in the hole. Standing at first is Hicklin. He's got good speed. If you can get one down in the gap, we could score. The 1-0 misses high. 2-0. Be a good time for Drake Baldwin to go shopping in the gap on a Sunday. 2-0, flips it over real quick. Hicklin back under the tag. Still 6-0 Mets over the Phillies in the bottom of the 6th. Mets had a golden opportunity to blow that thing wide open. They had runners on the corners and nobody out, and somehow they fumbled that as the 2-0 rips it down the line foul. It's interesting that Francisco Lindor is on the trade market. Not that the Braves are going to be interested, but it is interesting that they have a guy that was supposed to be their guy, the guy that was supposed to be the leader on that team. They signed Juan Soto. Those two don't get along. Hicklin takes off. Here comes the swing and lifts it into left field. That is down for a base hit. So a good piece of hitting there. It was almost like a defensive swing by Drake Baldwin, but he gets bat to ball. Hicklin must have slid.
I love the Drake.
He's still standing at second.
Move the Drake.
Drake is good.
Couldn't tell it on my monitor, and looking at the replays here on Braves and Texas Vision. Let's see. Yeah, he did. He slid. He did a head-first slide, not really realizing the ball was in play. But he'd be at third right now. Not that that should matter. A single should still score. But you never know. A wild pitch. An infield single, anything like that could score you from third as opposed to second. They do have a southpaw warming up in the pen, and with Olsen on deck, you got to figure that's the plan. First pitch. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. Righty, lefty. Switch hitting Ozzie from the left side. The 0-1. Open stance. Misses high. 1-1. Ozzie tends to give the better at-bats later in the game. I don't think it's necessarily by design. It's just who he is. Early in the game, he normally swings early and often. Later in the game, he's usually trying to work the count. The 1-1. Slider right there. 1-2. 1-2 count. Braves lead it by 1. If this score holds and the score in the Mets-Philly game holds, Braves will open back up to as the 1-2 pitch is lifted deep into the corner, foul, out of play. Braves would open their lead back open to a 3-game lead in the NL East, 4 in the loss column. As it stands right now, 2 and 3 in the loss column. 1-2 to Ozzie. Olsen standing on deck. Wind brings it. Jeez, Louise swung at a bad one well off the plate. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves come up snake eyes once again. We go to the top of the 7th, clinging to that 1-run lead.
Dude, I wouldn't know if Bad Bunny walked up here, and I really don't know who he is. I used to have a Bad Bunny. I had this Flemish giant rabbit. His name was Flop. He had one ear that flopped over. And I always remembered somebody had another Flemish giant. So they bring the dadgum thing over. It was Christmas Day. I'll never forget this. And Flop and this other his name was Caramel, put it in the cage beside it, and they're getting to know each other. Put them together. It's true what they say about rabbits, dude.
Alright, I've taught you how not to get serial killed or regular murdered, so now here are my top 5 ways to avoid getting kidnapped. And, outside of one silly little misunderstanding in Ohio, I haven't been kidnapped yet. Number 1, be financially unstable. What are you going to trade me for? I have $6 in my bank account? That's not even going to cover gas. Kidnapping me is a terrible financial decision. Number 2, be thick and proud. Have you ever seen a big person get kidnapped? Think of the logistics. I mean, they come after you, all you have to do is sit down. And think about the snack budget alone. No, it's just not worth it. It's not indulgence, it's safety. Number 3, be anything other than a woman. Most abduction victims are women taken for nefarious reasons. So, to be safe, try your hardest not to be a woman. Number 4, live a life of unpredictability. They can't snatch you if they don't know where you'll be. Yesterday you went to a bookstore and took a pottery class? Looks like today you're skydiving and going to a furry convention.
Everyone said he didn't look like a Yankee. His own manager, Bucky Harris, called him the ape. The media said he looked like a Neanderthal and a gargoyle.
And it brings up the catcher, Yogi Berra.
And I think he went on to prove that it didn't really matter what you looked like, because as soon as he got up to the plate, he silenced all of the critics with his bat.
And that one
going to leave the ballpark. Well, what do you know? Larry Vera, the Gone Yogi, his very first time at the Major League. And what does he do? He hits a home run.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. Diddy Fuentes back on the bump. Four-seam fastball fouled away. It's 0-1. 4-3 your score, top of the seventh inning. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Texas. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. The 0-1 fouls it back. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Set up on the outside, swing and lifted. High and deep into center field, going back on the track, making the catch at the wall for a loud out number 1 is Michael Harris. 75% of this world is covered by water, the rest by Michael the Hawk Harris, 1 away. Brandon Nimmo to the plate. Pesky left-handed bat is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. First pitch. They go around. They check down the line. They're going to say he did not. It's 1-0. Righty, lefty. So you expect that left-hander coming in for the Texas Rangers to face Michael and Olsen. 1-0 fouled away, 1-1. That's once again, it's a really difficult thing to do to your offense. And I'd love to hear the theory behind it, but 3 of your top 4 batters are lefties, and they don't hit lefties that well. This is the 1-1 lifted. High into right field, running over, making the catch out there is Brewer Hicklin, 2 away. So you make it easier for the opposing manager to just say, all right, we're going to save our lefties for these parts of the game. You might start seeing Austin Riley move up higher in the order versus lefties. Remember, he was normally right behind Olsen, and that would make it incredibly more difficult to do what they do to the Braves late in the innings. The first pitch is a 4-seamer to Jake Berger. It's 1-0. And not that lefty, righty, lefty, all that stuff is the end all that beats all, but it is a huge factor in baseball. The 1-0 pitch. Right there for a strike, it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and fires, swing, drags it up the middle. Ozzie scoops it, flips it to first with the slow running Berger. Get you another cheeseburger, son. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Braves lead it by just 1 run. 4-3 your score. Hope you fed your puppy some cheese during the 7th inning stretch. It's sad they don't do the stretch in Atlantics up on Sundays. I'm talking about a true 7th inning stretch. I still have Timmy come out and sing the 7th inning stretch on Sundays, but I don't really do much for it else. That's one of the best traditions in all of baseball. I guess Chicago's the only one that really does anything for the 7th inning stretch every day. Still nothing in the first in World Cup play, so you missed absolutely nothing. You know, I understood the timing for today's game on a Sunday. You get the both worlds. You get prime time over in Europe, and then of course you get Sunday afternoon window in America. When we're talking about the NFL, it's the biggest window. So you understood the timing. But man, when they played those semis on Tuesday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. local time, what the hell are they doing? And I get it. They're worried about getting big views overseas, but they're going to adjust because it's their Super Bowl. It's bigger than their Super Bowl. You want to get the U.S. fans involved? You got to start playing those at normal times, especially when they're the host country. First pitch right there. As we start the bottom of the 7th inning, lefty-lefty matchup. Man on the bump for the Texas Rangers. The 0-1 pitch, swing lifted high and deep into center field. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows, off the wall, and a rocket off the bat of Mr. Matt Olson.
This
smooth as it gets.
This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
If you've ever drank Ice House, you know that's a bold-faced lie, but regardless, it's a great tagline. Tyler John Alexander, the left-hander, 2.38 ERA. He's out of Chicago, Illinois. 6'1", 214-pounder for the Rangers. The first pitch is a four-seamer just below the knees. It's 1-0. Played his college ball at TCU, so though he was drafted by the Tigers, very familiar with Texas. The 1-0 swing, pop up. Will it stay in play? They're giving chase. Looks like it will over there, making the. Did he make the grab or not? Looked like he used the. They're calling it an out. It looked like for a second that it went up against the screen. I have to see the replay. So he caught it in the glove. Maybe it was just my vantage point, but it looked like he hit the top of the screen and then he grabbed it in the glove, but doesn't appear to be any arguing coming from the Braves bench, so that'll be up to Mauricio Dubon. He still owes us one from yesterday. Be a good time for him to collect. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch swinging, chops it on the ground over to third, and Olson's caught in a rundown. Olson's going to try. Oh, Lord. So he gets back to second base, and everybody's going to be safe. At first, I thought maybe Dubon was caught because they threw the ball over to first. So it wasn't intentional, but we'll get a fielder's choice on that. So, all right, maybe things are going our way. You don't expect Olson to be the guy that runs you into a rally, but maybe he just did. Dominic Smith, the batter. What are we doing? What are we doing? No pinch hit here, even with the game. I mean, if you get a base hit here, you're talking, and this guy's very tough on left-handers. They are going to bring Eli White in. They originally did not have him up there. He's coming in now. And what I'm thinking is, had that throw made it over to first for the out, And I believe that's going to be it for Alexander. Yep, here comes Skip Shoemaker. So a lot of things moving and shaking. We'll explain it when we come back. They go to the pen. Runners on first and second. After the dust settles, one away. Welcome back. Yeah, I didn't figure I should share that on air. Welcome back here to Braves Country Radio. The short of it is, a buddy of mine, we shot text back and forth last night after, and he said, well, you found out which one of your dog loves you the most. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Eli White. They will let Eli hit. I thought maybe they were going to go. So he's in for Dominic Smith. There's not really a better option on the bench per se, but a couple of guys do hit right-handers a little better. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, chopper on the ground over to short. It's going to be a 6-4 put out. Dubon thinks he's safe. I don't know why. It looked like the play beat him. Weiss is going to take a look. I have to see that again. Just one of those routine plays that you just assume. And they do want to challenge us. I'm interested to see this one. What is it that makes... Oh, he might have just beaten it out old-fashioned. I just kind of assumed... Man, it's close. That stupid umpire's head's in the way on the one that Atlanta keeps re-showing. They've got a different view on Texas. Problem is you can't see Dubon's foot. But if you piece it together, now here's the back view. This might be more. Ooh, I'll tell you what, I think he's safe. I do believe he's safe, but we'll have to wait for this might be a long challenge because he is safe. They finally showed one on Braves Vision back near the... Strange to think that was the spot. His foot hits the bag and then it hits the glove. And if you piece it together with the other views, and he is safe. So ducks all over the pond, and let's go. Austin Riley, the batter. First pitch swing and four-seam fastball Rockets it back foul. It's 0-1. Austin Riley, 2 home runs on the day with 2 RBIs. He's 2 for 3 altogether. So he did strike out his last time, but we just need a fly ball here to get some breathing room. The 0-1 swing, rips it into center field. That baby's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. It's 5-3 Atlanta. 2 runs will score. It's 6-3 your Atlanta Braves. Oh, baby.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
A hot rocket like a pita pocket in the micro. That thing was smoking going into center field. Austin Riley, is he back? Is he back? We've thought it many times before, but it looks like he has figured something out. You watch all the morons on X are going to point to Austin Riley having a chat with Chipper Jones 3 weeks ago. Righty-lefty matchup. Jim Jarvis, the batter. First pitch is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swing over the top. It's 0-2. Jarvis needs to shorten up that swing now with 2 strikes. Put the ball in play. Standing on deck is Brewer Hicklin. Remember, he's 1 for 2. He's the number 9 hitter, but he doesn't feel like it these days. The 0-2. Outside wide 1-2. Jim Jarvis, even after being 0 for 3 today, still batting .293. Hicklin has a .400 average, obviously with very short sample size. The 1-2. Brings it. Oh, my God. Strike 3. Caught looking. I don't know what to say about that one. I'm a big Jim Jarvis fan, but, man, that's tough to defend on that one. He must have been sitting on the soft stuff, and you can't do that. Not in the major leagues. You sit on the soft stuff, they're going to blow it right by you. But 6-3 your score, bottom of the 7th. And it'll be up to Brewer Hicklin. Drake Baldwin is on deck. And you know that means that Brewer's going to get something to hit here. Gray does not want to load the bases with the Drake coming to the plate. He's 4 for 4. I think Riley's hot. The Drake. First pitch swinging by Hicklin. That ball's going to get dropped into left center field, and that's going to get down where the green grass grows. 1 run will score to throw to the plate, and he will be out, but not before your Atlanta Braves. Put 3 runs on the board at 7-3. We'll be back in a flash. We got a NFL Sunday score as football's right around the corner.
Chicago, we've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only 1 beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, 1 leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks.
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have two.
Welcome back, Dylan Lee, the pitcher. First pitch, slider. Up top for a strike, it's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Infield back into the left. Duran, the batter. Pitch up there. Called for another strike. He didn't like it. It looked like it may have... It's really close, to be honest. So an 0-2 count. Swing, fouls it away. And we'll do it again. Braves lead at 7-3 here in the top of the 8th inning. And they'll have Lee, and if they need him, Iglesias. If not, the 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. Well, it'll depend on what the Braves do in the bottom of the 8th and where the score is heading into the 9th. You typically don't use Iglesias in a 4-run lead. The 1-2. Misses down and in, 2-2. 2-2 count, swing and a miss, strike 3. One down. That'll bring Cawley to the plate, the right-hander. So a lefty-righty matchup. First pitch down and in. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. Cam Cawley 0 for 1 with the strikeout, the 1-0. Drifts off the plate. Change up, 2-0. The 2-0. Up high out of the zone, ball 3, 3-0. Don't want to start giving away free base runners here. 3-0 down and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk to get the Rangers going in the top of the 8th. 1 on, 1 out. Nicky Lopez, who 3 for 3 today for Texas. It's 2 singles to center and 1 to left. Raised his batting average to .317. Lefty, the first pitch, swing. Kind of peppers it down the third base line and foul. 0-1. Thank goodness that was not fair ball because the Braves are playing Nicky to pull, and if that stays fair, with his speed, it would have been really tough. The only thing that would have been working in our favor, he was late getting out of the box, thinking that pitch was foul all the way. The 0-1. Right down the pipe on the outer edge. 4-seamer, 91 miles an hour. It's 0-2. So our one and only series versus the Rangers here in 2026. As the 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Be our turn to go to Texas next year. One of my least favorite ballparks to call. Though it does look like a great stadium to go to, it's just the way they configure their camera behind the pitcher at that ballpark is always elevated, and you just don't get a very good look at balls and strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, slaps it on the ground over to second. JJ will take the one play he's got over to first. 6-3 on the putout and 2 down. Smart play by Jim Jarvis. If he tries to feed it to second, he may have gotten him, but you got a 4-run lead, so a smart defensive play there by JJ.
You know, JJ, I tell you, man, you got too much class.
What can I say? This is it. 100% pure butter. I think you better slow down. Just slow down. I can't. My motor is running. I can't stop. Happy, bright, pure dynamite.
First pitch down and away, taken for a ball slider to Higgy. It's 1-0. Misses high, ball 2-0. Runner at second, 2 outs. On deck, the top of the order, the 2-0 pitch. Change up down the way, 3-0. He's in danger of walking yet another batter. Jock Peterson stands on deck. He could change this game in a hurry. The 3-0 pitch. Squares up a slider on the outer edge, 3-1. I mean, why in the world are you pitching carefully to Higgy as the 3-1 pitch? Swing, pops it up deep down the left field line, but foul. Plenty foul. Way out in front of that one, full count. And you got the top of the order looming. And Higgy's a decent batter for a catcher, but man, you've got to go after him. You do not want to start giving away bases. Full count from Lee. Kicks and fires. Swing, rifles it towards right center field, and making the diving attempt out there, falling short, is Brewer Hicklin. He'll get to his feet, flip it back into the infield. 7-4 your score. And the Braves lead by 3. So right now, you're looking at the possibility of Iglesias coming in the game for the 9th inning. So they're going to use the right-hander Fosk to pinch hit for Peterson. It's what we thought he was going to do last time around, but they left Peterson in the game to face Dodd. Lefty, righty, first pitch. Upstairs for a strike, four-seam fastball. 0-1. Ball was high, but we got the call. Neither team has used an ABS challenge. We're in the 8th, the 0-1. Yep, there we go. Speak of the devil. We will get a challenge on this one. That one looked a little closer. See what happens here. And, yep, he was a ball, so he wins that challenge. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch. Outside again, 2-1. Dylan Lee is just struggling with command here. All in all, he's had a phenomenal year, a 1.83 ERA. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, blew the 93. Man, he reared back on that one. That is his gas. When Dylan Lee hits 93, he's bringing it. He's normally sitting around 91. He reared back and just let that fly. The 2-2. Tying run standing on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Outside wide, ball 3, 3-2. So if you think the Braves had a comfortable lead, they are 1 ball away from bringing the tying run to the deck, to the plate. Wyatt Langford Has 9 home runs on the year. The 3-2 fouls it back. We'll do it again. Behind Langford is Young with 9 home runs as well, along with Nimmo. Full count once again. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and we get out of it. Whew! Let's head to the bottom of the 8th, leading by 3 here in Braves country.
Hello, I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help, and for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry? Ask for more money. Why are you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
a month. That's all we need.
Start higher. I know, right?
$2.99
A month may not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
a month? That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
What you talking about? All they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99
This is plenty.
He keeps saying
$2.99
Why you keep saying
For the price of a cup of coffee.
why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona, it's got to be coffee.
It don't though.
Plus coffee is way more expensive than
$2.99
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much was that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
All right, look.
Hey, if you want to see this cheap ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99
cash right now. Don't hesitate.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Drake Baldwin, who is 4 for 4. He and Austin Riley, the stars of the show today. 4 for 4 with the home run, 2 runs scored, and 1 RBI. He will stand in here, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. 4-seam fastball. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. New right-hander on the mound for the Texas Rangers. More on him in a second, the 0-1. High and out of the zone, 1-1. Ben Peoples. (6'1", 175 pounds, 25-year-old out of Columbia, Tennessee. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Played his high school ball at Giles County in Pulaski, Tennessee. Giles County High School. Pulaski. If you're from Tennessee, you know something about Pulaski. The 2-1 pitch. Down and in, 3-1. He was drafted by the Rays in 2019. 22nd round. The 3-1. Swing. That ball's lifted. High and deep. Going back. On the track. Get up. Get up. Zip, boom, boom. It's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong. A solo shot. And the Drake breaks it back open to a 4-run lead.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
What is the Drake?
The Drake is good.
2 392 happy feet later, and the Braves have a snowman on the board. It's 8-4. First pitch slider misses high. They're going to challenge this. This did not look like it has a chance to get overturned. We'll wait for the official call. Sometimes you're surprised by the frame. And it did not.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
So Texas loses the challenge. 8-4 your score, the 1-0 to Ozzie. He is hitless today, 0-4, the 1-0 pitch. High chopper towards the mound. Peoples underhands it, flips it to first. 1-3, Peoples to Berger. One away. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. He's 1-for-3 with the double to center in the 7th. That really opened up the floodgates, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be one of these asterisks that no one's going to pay attention to because of the home runs by Riley and Drake. Is the slider down and in? 1-0. Remember when Olson was standing on second in the infield, ended up being a fielder's choice, getting Dubon aboard. It was Olson that ran that play down. He was caught in a pickle and is the 1-1 count now. And anyways, without that play, we probably don't jump all over Texas in the 7th. 1-2 count. And then, of course, remember Dubon right after that, the good hustle that loaded the bases on what should have been an easy 6-4 putout. Instead, he was safe at the base. The 1-2, down and in, 2-2. So heads-up base running across the board really made a big difference in this game today, as opposed to the blunders that happened yesterday in the field and whatnot. The 2-2 count, down and in, ball 3, 3-2. Mets still lead Philadelphia 6-1. As they're going to the bottom of the 8th there. Braves could expand their lead to 3 games. And remember, Philadelphia faces the Dodgers starting tomorrow. The 3-2 pitch, swing, drops it into left field, and that's a base hit. And another runner aboard for your Atlanta Braves.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
It's the 14th hit of the day for your Atlanta Braves. 8 runs across. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Texas. 8 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for the Braves. Righty-lefty matchup. Michael Harris, the batter. Peoples brings it, the 4-seamer. Misses high, it's 1-0. Harris 2-for-3. 2 singles and RBI. So he's had a very productive day as well. The 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. I would just prefer the post game when they interview Austin Riley. Don't ask him if he's turned the corner, if he's back. Just leave him alone. He gets to thinking, man, and that dude outthinks himself. The next thing you know, it's a hitless streak coming in. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, slider. 2-1. Now warming up in the bullpen, it's Victor Medeiros, our secret weapon off the bench, in case we need a pinch hitter. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, blew the 4-seamer right by him. 95 miles an hour, they'll even it up at 2-2. On deck is Dubon. Eli in for Dominic Smith. Is in the hole. Glacius was warmed up, but I think they're going to have him sit. Remember, he pitched yesterday too. But now that they got him, what they call him, got him hot, they're probably going to keep him continuing to throw just a little bit. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. The reasoning for that, if for some reason Medeiros gets in trouble, you can get him ready a lot faster. What sucks about it is it's almost like you've used him for the day. It's how the Braves view it. Not all teams do that, but Mauricio Dubon, your batter. The first pitch is a 4-seamer. It's 0-1. But they'll count it as overall usage. The 0-1. If they had the day off tomorrow, I'd say go ahead and just let them throw, but they've got a tough 4-game series against San Diego next. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider in the dirt, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Turns and kicks. Swing! Peppers it back foul. Runner at first, 2 outs. The Braves lead at 8-4. Trying to win this series against Texas before a 4-game series against San Diego, and they've got some payback in store for that one. The 0-2. Out and away, 1-2. The 1-2. Smacks that 4-seam fastball. High and out of play. One-two count. 8-4 your score. Bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch. Rifles that into the top deck here at Truist Park. The 1-2 pitch knocks that one back. Would say it's a big deal making him work here. It is a good at bat by Dubon, just doesn't mean as much when you're facing the mop-up guy. If this game goes to the 9th, he will not be in the game, regardless. The 1-2. Peoples brings it. Swing and lifted. High into left center field, not quite deep enough, and the Rangers almost pulled a Dubon out there for Dubon. They almost collided. Center fielder at the last minute got out of the way, and it's F7 in your scorecard. We'll go to the 9th, leading by 4 here in Braves country.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again. And most important, don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners. Okay? Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it!
One game. Tonight, we stay with them, and we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great team. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
All we need to win are the fellas in this room right now. And all you fellas need to do is believe it. Believing that things can get better. That I can get better. That we will get better. To believe in yourself, believe in one another. If each of you can truly do that, can't nobody rip that apart.
Everybody wrote us off. Everybody. And yet here we are, 40,000 people out there have also written us off. And there are a few out there who do still believe in you. If you'll never give up on it. If you go back out on the field, those are the people I want in your minds. Those are the people I want in your hearts. Every man at some point in his life is going to lose a battle. He's going to fight and he's going to lose. But what makes him a man is that in the midst of that battle, he does not lose himself. This game is not over. This battle is not over. So let's hear it one more time. Together. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Let's go!
And this crowd's back into it now.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Welcome back. They are going to put Iglesias in, so first pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball, top of the zone. Looked like it missed, but we'll take the strike. It's 0-1. This will not be a save situation for Eyeglasses. Hopefully he's still sharp, the 0-1. Swing belted, high and deep, going back on the track, and he is not. Well, it's a 3-run game, a solo shot. Wyatt Langford 422 feet later, and the lead is now 3. And that's the issue that you run into when you bring a closer in a non-closing situation. A lot of the times they're a little flat. They don't mean to be. It's just one of those things. That ball was crushed. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging. Banged on the ground over to Riley. Riley fires it over to first. 5-3, 1 away. And if you're wondering, no, it is not a save situation just because it's now a 3-run game and there was nobody out. It is all about when you enter. When you enter the ball game, for it to be considered a save, the tying run has to be in the hole. Brandon Nimmo, the batter, righty-lefty, first pitch, swing and a miss. Rifles the four-seamer right by him. It's 0-1. The 0-1. P at the knees, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch, swing and a miss changeup. That was filthy. Way out of the zone, but he had no chance at that one. 2 down. And I don't think we're in a stage where we're concerned about it now. But it should be noted that in the month of July, Iglesias has a 6 ERA. He's had a couple of rough outings. First pitch swinging here. Berger smacks it down the line, giving chase is Olsen, trying to end this series. It'll bounce into the seats, 0-1. Now that's in 6 appearances. He had the one really bad outing. Actually, it's north of that right now because they're not registering that run at what I'm looking at. He had that one bad outing against the Mets where he coughed up 3. The 0-1. Swing, pop up, high into left field. This should do it. And Dubon's there, F7 in your scorecard, and Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. Runs, 14 hits in one era for Atlanta. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Texas. The win will go to Grant Holmes. He did qualify for the win. Lost to Eovaldi. Holmes goes to 6-4 on the year, 3.7 ERA. Eovaldi will drop to 4-8. Fuentes with the hold. Dylan Dodd with the hold. And your Atlanta Braves will improve to 57-41. Rangers will drop to 50-49. The Braves win the series. And now it's time for the game ball. Game ball is going to go to... We could have went a couple of different routes here. But I think we're going to go ahead, as opposed to giving it a game ball share, we're going to go ahead and give it to Riley. He's struggled so much this year.
You're my boy, bro! You're my boy!
3 for 4, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, back-to-back home runs in at-bats for Riley. And he also singled to center, a 2 RBI single in the 7th, and that was just as big as those 2 home runs, bringing home 2 runs of his own right. We do want to give a tip of the cap to Drake Baldwin as well. Nothing but, I mean, any other day, Baldwin's a runaway favorite. 2 home runs as well, 5 for 5, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. But we'll give it to Riley just because his season's been so bad. Hopefully this wakes him up. And now it's time for the MVPs of the day. We got a good old-fashioned tie. Uncle Charlie comes in, the 5 memberships gifted, as does Iron Lung. But thank you to our co-MVPs. We could have went with co-game balls in this one, to be honest, but just felt the need to give Riley, is it what they call it now? Give Riley his flowers. It's been a long time since Austin Riley's been the MVP or had the game ball. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a 4-game series starting against the San Diego Padres. Braves win 8-5 and win the series 2-1, and the Mets are about to close it out with the Phillies. They lead 6-1 in the 9th. Enjoy your Sunday fun day. See you next time, Braves country.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me see what you get, loser? Loser! 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 Do you see what you get when you mess with the warrior? Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.